The pandemic has stressed families financially for the working poor. It's led to lost jobs and homes. News 10's Heather Good continues our coverage for you now of how coronavirus is impacting the Wabash Valley. She's live in our newsroom with the story of a Terre Haute mother who was able to get back on her feet with a little help. Heather.
Susie, more than 30,000 Wabash Valley families are considered working poor. They make enough money to be above the poverty line, but not enough to pay all their bills. The pandemic has forced more of these families into that category and below it.
Can you get it?
Courtney Waggle is a single mother of 3.
There you go.
Back in March, she and her kids, including 3-year-old Amani, found themselves in a hopeless and helpless situation.
Everybody struggles, but I've never struggled this bad.
Courtney, a bartender, was out of work. The coronavirus pandemic forced the closure of her bar. She thought it would be a short setback.
Then those 2 or 3 weeks passed and I kind of ran out of savings, and then I freaked out. I was like, oh no. Like once the bank account hits 0, that kind of got a little bit scary there.
Out of work and out of options, Courtney and her kids lost their car and their home. But help was out there.
We came together as a board and decided that people in our community were going to need help.
Abby Desborough is the Marketing and Communications Director for the United Way of the Wabash Valley. The United Way's goal is to lift families out of their financial struggles and into stability. It partnered with the Wabash Valley Community Foundation to establish an emergency COVID-19 relief fund. Close to $1 million from that fund has benefited 100 local organizations just like Reach Services.
They're doing direct case management, helping people that are homeless, getting roofs over people's heads, helping them find jobs.
And that's how Courtney and her family got help. She called Reach Services, and the agency eliminated some of her burden, placing her in a new home.
Like they kind of slowly show you how to rebuild yourself financially again after being hit from something like that.
Courtney is back to work, but the fear she could be right back where she was earlier this year is very real.
That's my biggest fear, is dealing with what we just had to all over again.
Courtney told me she felt embarrassed about her situation and didn't want to ask for help. Now she says if you're like her, in a situation like her, don't feel that way. Absolutely ask for help. Now coming up at 6, I'll have more on the United Way and how you can get involved with helping folks just like Courtney. Susie?